everybody, True Boxing here. Thank you for coming back to get here with the truth. So today we're doing the Showtime preview for Saturday, March 4th, as it's going to be headlined by a big interim featherweight title fight between former junior featherweight champ at 122, Brandon Figueroa, as he battles former featherweight champ Mark Magsayo of the Philippines. We're gonna discuss that one in a minute. I want to get into the undercard first. Opening the card up is actually on paper not a bad little middleweight scrap right here, as Amilcar Vidal of Uruguay, who is 16-0 with 12 knockouts, is battling Elijah Garcia, who is 13-0 with 11 knockouts. So neither guy has really done anything, but they're trying to make a name for themselves, opening up a Showtime Triple Header. I think it should be a decent scrap right here. I'm going to pick Vidal to win the fight, but I really don't know much about either fighter. It was just kind of the eyeball test and all that stuff. But I do think it should be a pretty good little scrap right there to kick the card off. Then the co-feature sees former unified junior middleweight champion Jarrett Hurd, as he tries to reestablish himself again, coming back off a 21-month layoff and a split decision loss to Luis Arias, as he is going to battle I think it's Jose Resendez in the co-feature. Hurd, he hasn't fought in 21 months, and the loss that he suffered to Julian J. Rock Williams back in 2019 really has really ripped him apart. He really hasn't done much since then. He came back and defeated Francisco Santana in his first fight after that loss, and then he went on in 2021, in June of 2021, against what's his name? God, I'm drawing a blank now. I just said it a minute ago. Luis Arias, and he lost the split decision over 10 rounds to him. So Jarrett Hurd cannot afford another slip up. If he really wants to get back into the mix, he's got to win this fight. Resendez is, I believe, 13-1 with something like that, with 9 knockouts or something along those lines. He's 12-1 with 9 knockouts. The guy, he lost 2 fights ago, and suffering the first loss of his career. Really doesn't have much to speak of. So Jarrett Hurd, if he can find it again, and he's got the heart and the passion for the sport, and the skills are still there, he should win this one. Because he was one of my favorite fighters from back in the day, because I know zero about Resendez and his resume, I'm going to pick Jarrett Hurd to win this fight. I'm hoping he does by a 10-round decision, possibly a late stoppage, as Hurd will get a victory in the middleweight division. Now the main event, it's going to be a banger for as long as it lasts. You got former champions Brandon Figueroa and Mark Magsayo to do battle for the WBC interim featherweight title, with the winner to be in line to fight Ray Vargas for the full championship later in the year. I did a breakdown video on this fight, so you guys want to go back and check that one out, go back and check it out. I did a full breakdown on this fight a couple weeks ago. I think it's going to be a good one for as long as it lasts. Figueroa, though, in my opinion, the 126 is the perfect division for him, and I think he's hungry. He's coming for blood, and I think he really wants to establish himself and become a 2-division world champ. And I think he's just going to wear down Magsayo and stop him in the late rounds. Figueroa is a worker. He can take shots, and I think he's going to press forward. But don't count Magsayo out. He has that one-punch power. He does, and he showed up late in fights. The Vargas fight, he fought well down the stretch, and in the Julio Ceja fight, he fought well down the stretch. But the difference here is Brandon Figueroa throws punches, and his motor is big, a lot bigger, in my opinion, in terms of power and combination punching than Vargas and Julio Ceja. So it's going to be interesting to see. Good fight, good main event this Saturday on Showtime. Figueroa versus Magsayo is on. Again, I picked Figueroa in the main event by a late stoppage. I picked Jerry Hurd by a decision or a stoppage over Resendez. And I'm picking Vidal over Garcia by a decision over 10 rounds. So we'll see what happens, but that's it. That's what I got. That's the Saturday, March 4th Showtime Triple Header. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate any and all support. This is True Boxing. You've been hit with the truth.